Today I'll be informing you about how basketball players make their money outside of the contract that they sign, their salary, and then the money they get from selling merchandise. One of the big things that they do is they sell shoes and clothing. They have their own brand, and they go together with companies like Nike and Adidas. One of the biggest and best basketball players to ever play the game is Michael Jordan. We all know how big he is and how great of a player he was. Well, people see him and they think, best basketball player ever and stuff like that. Well, people should look at him and just think the best businessman ever. He turned Jordan shoes, which started out as just a subordinate to Nike, to, in 2014, according to Forbes.com, the company is worth over $2.6 billion, and that's in just less than 15 years. Basketball players today are reliant so much more on consumers than they ever have been, because players' contracts are wanting to get bigger and bigger, and so they need to get paid more and more. So they rely on consumers to buy the tickets to the games, to buy their shoes, to buy their clothes, and to pay for the pay-per-view games and everything like that. So if it weren't for the consumers, the NBA players wouldn't get the big contracts they want, and they wouldn't get all the stuff that they get. The U.S. economy right now is actually on the upswing, so that's good news for business people all around, but for sports people it's even better, because that means that the teams are going to be able to pay the players more, pay the TV programmers more, which in turn makes more money for the players, for the coaches, for the whole staff. So more money is always better news. With the economy upswinging, that also brings more money into the working class people's pockets, so they'll go out and they'll buy more basketball shoes, they'll buy more basketball shorts, and all sorts of different merchandise from these different players. One of the biggest name players in the league right now is LeBron James. We all have seen the TV commercials where he's working with Beats Audio, the headphones. He's in there promoting them, and he's making millions of dollars to promote them, as well as his contract and his shoe company. Another big player is Kobe Bryant. He's doing the same thing, but with only his own merchandise. He has his company of shoes and his clothing brand. He doesn't do outside stuff like LeBron and some of the other players. So he's not making quite as much money, but he's had a longer career, made more money, so he's good still. Now, we all think that NBA players are extremely rich, which, considering they're making millions of dollars each year, they are. But did you guys know that according to NBAinsiders.com, 60% of their contract is actually gone before they even get it? They have to pay the league money, they have to pay the team money, they have to pay their taxes, and then some of the money gets taken out for their own good for post-career retirement savings. So if they have a $1 million contract for the whole year, they only get $400,000. So, $400,000 is still a lot, but if you put that into perspective, that's taking 60% of their money. When you look at old players that have retired and didn't get big contracts, like Magic Johnson, back when he played, contracts weren't nearly as large as they are today. So Magic had to go out and do different things. Right now, he is part owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, which was a $2 billion purchase, and he was a 45% contributor. How did he get that money? Well, he also is part of a law firm and a financial advising agency. So there's many things that players do after their career to make money, because the average career for an NBA player is 3 years. And I know that we see these players that have played 15 and 20 years, the average time is only 3 years per player. And on average, in those 3 years, they'll make $2.5 million, which, yes, that's a lot for us, but to last your whole life, and if you don't have your college degree, that spins really fast. So in conclusion, I just like to enlighten everybody, let them know that although these players are making millions of dollars a year, it might not be as glamorous as it seems. Having so much money could also be a bad thing. Thank you.
Good job.